friend Julia has a new book out. It's called Around the Table, and this is the one dessert. Well, actually, there's many desserts, but this one really caught my eye. It's a pudding with apples.
Yes, and a little addition, some miso paste.
Interesting.
Which is going to kind of form the base of this caramel, and yeah, it's going to be delicious.
All right, let's get started.
So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to melt our butter.
Yep.
And once that gets nice and foaming, we're going to add in the sugars. So I've got brown sugar and white caster sugar.
Yes.
Which is going to kind of add that sweetness, but also the brown sugar brings a lot of that kind of caramelly flavour.
Oh,
which,
so
you know,
good.
apples, caramel,
Yep.
can't go wrong. So our butter's foaming.
Yes.
I'm going to go in with the caster sugar.
Okay.
And the brown sugar as well.
Sure.
And also going to add in the miso paste.
Okay. Beautiful.
And it's just a little bit. It's, you know, enough that you kind of get that little taste.
Yep.
But, you know, not enough to overpower.
Okay.
So we're just going to stir that, and that miso is going to kind of melt in. So we're looking for, you know, essentially the sugars to be dissolved and combined with the butter.
Yep.
And it's already going to look a little bit dark because of the brown sugar.
Yeah. And then the apples can go in, and as it cooks, it gets darker and darker.
Yeah,
Nice one.
Exactly. And then we're going to add a little bit of lemon juice, and that's our base sorted.
Beautiful.
So the apples do take a little bit of time to cook. So do you want to get onto the sponge?
It would be my pleasure.
So first we're going to do just some creaming. So we're going to cream the butter.
Yep.
The butter can go in with both sugars. So again, using that caster sugar and the brown sugar for that same reason of sweetness and flavour.
Yep.
So that gets creamed, and then we're going to add some vanilla as well. So we're going to pop in our apples into the caramel. All right, so our apples are in, and we're just going to stir it, make sure it's kind of coated in that beautiful caramel. And that just takes a little bit of time to cook, and we can keep going with our cake, I think.
Okay, so that's light and fluffy. So now I'm just going to add some vanilla, a vanilla bean. Why not?
So we're adding the vanilla bean in, and you can, of course, use vanilla extract at home if that's what you've got, but I do love the flavour and the look that the real vanilla gives.
Yep.
So that goes in, and then to that we're going to add an egg, just one at a time, beating in between each addition. And then sour cream, which is going to give beautiful richness.
Love sour cream.
And finally some self-raising flour.
Too easy. Okay, Julia, that is ready. Happy with that?
That looks perfect.
Oh, great.
And our apples are cooked and ready to go as well. So they're going to go into our base here. Smells really good.
So good. And the miso, like when it's cooked down like that, it doesn't smell so much like miso, almost like a savoury, sweety, just delicious. Really.
Exactly. It's just going to really take that kind of sugar hit off from the pudding. It's going to add a little bit of interest.
Yeah,
so our apples are down here, and then we're simply going to spoon the batter onto the apples and just smooth it across. So exactly, I'll do some little dollops so it's easy to spread across.
Yep. And then this goes into the oven.
Into the oven for only about 25 to 30 minutes until the top kind of springs back.
Warm pudding, it smells so good.
It smells incredible. Should we serve some up?
Yes, please.
Right. Gorgeous, nice and soft.
And when it comes out of the oven, you want to wait just a moment, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
So we've got those beautiful apples underneath
Oh,
and that soft pudding. Can you grab a little bit more of the apples?
love that.
And I've got some ice cream to go with it.
Fantastic. Is there anything better than a hot pudding and cold, cold ice cream?
Oh, it's comfort food at its best.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. I think that's our style. When they say, what's our comfort, what's our food style? Comfort food.
Exactly. Should we try?
Absolutely. Bit of apple.
Bit of apple, got to get that apple.
And that sponge is so soft.
Yum.
That's heaven. That is absolutely delightful. It's delicate. The apples are slightly tart,
Totally.
but sweet. And then there's like this hint of savouriness, but it's so tiny. Everything works together. This is my favourite dessert of the season. I love this, and you've got to make it at home. Thanks, Jules.
Thank you.